come together and we meet for a purpose in what we're doing today. We also understand, I guess, how we want to better our future and the future for our future generations, our kids, and not just Jara, but also yourselves, the non-Aboriginal people, community that live with amongst us on country. This is your country, Jara country. And as you see here, you can see two awesome star trees that for us were impacted, I guess, by colonisation in where they were. They were at threat of being degraded and basically disappear, but we've brought them back here today to actually tell the story, to be loud and proud in front of this theatre. So I welcome you here today. This smoke's healing for us and protective for us as well. So I think we'll have a really good day and some really good yarns and positive yarns as well.
Thanks everyone for coming here today. In terms of our collective mind, which I think is amazing when you look at those across from you in the room and understand the diversity of our experiences and our knowledge, but also our role, responsibilities is amazing. So if I can suggest just initially turn our thinking to the ceremony that just took place outside by Trent Nelson and Jason Kerr, and the importance of their giving to us to share culture and have an experience that hopefully one day, and I think on Dja Dja Wurrung country is normalised. Trent referred to as jarifying, and it's playing with modern words and in trying to make things easier and comfortable for people to understand things. Fantastically with the Pupingali Mama Nyepu self-determination strategy that DELP recently framed is an important step for us as a people as we go forward to try and realise our rights activation, our rightful place in society. 2013, the Dja Dja Wurrung historically participated in a recognition settlement agreement with the state of Victoria. For those that have made the effort to actually look at that document, that's our rules of engagement. That's what we expect as a minimum standard, the lowest standard, the poorest standard of our engagement, and the appreciation of us as descendants of old people, Matinga Guli Murup, our ancestors, and what happened to them. We're under no illusion when we use the word settlement. It is so quaint. It's almost poetic. My ancestors, their homelands, they were invaded. As we see globally the challenges for nations around the world, the same thing happened here. Not just 200 years ago. Put yourself in our place. Be us. Feel us. Understand what that means to your family. You haven't got that connection through your own ancestry and your own lineage in terms of where your origins are, where we come from as humans. Today we'll explore some of these ideas, challenge each other, and when we conclude, hopefully be better for the moment that we share in each other's company.
It's the RSA that brings us all together today because, as Rodney pointed out, Schedule 16 gives form and life and a challenge to us all about meeting our obligations under that partnership. And of course, it's really fitting that we're gathering during Reconciliation Week with that theme of being brave and making change.
Some of the words that Rodney generously shared should leave no questions as to why the Dja Dja Wurrung and our staff advocate so fiercely for compliance with the RSA. And that's because it wasn't something that was handed to us simply. There was a lot of blood, sweat and tears, long negotiations and huge compromise by Judge Awurung. And so, like all contracts, there is an expectation that it's honoured. The state committed to strategies intended to promote the active participation of Dja Dja Wurrung, and those strategies are about putting Dja Dja Wurrung back in control of healing country and actively participating in decisions that impact our rights, and developing economic independence as a corporation, an enterprise and as a people. We did believe that the government would deliver, and so we gave up an enormous amount. The Dja Dja Wurrung hold ourselves to a set of values, and they include integrity, accountability and respect. And while we should all hold ourselves to a higher standard than what we would expect of others, our most valuable relationships and partnerships will always be with those that model those same values as us. As we move through the forum, we just ask that you consider, where does your work sit with Dja Dja Wurrung, and what can you do to support the shift?
I think it's really important that everybody gets into space together, because we're not doing it alone. We're not individually responding to the RSA, we're actually responding to the rights of the Jara people, of their country. Just basically, we're trying to stitch back together, all of us together as a community.
Good partnership looks like parties that are genuinely interested in each other, from a perspective of knowing each other as people and as a group of people, and then understanding how they can work better together to achieve a shared goal.
It was really great to hear particularly some of the success stories. I really enjoyed listening to Harley at the end, and how a great success story out of Dalkanya Jar and the joint management. You do take your mind to kind of broader land management across the Jara area and wonder why we can't do that broader than just Parks Vic. So I guess there's a lot of things, that kind of nuggets that you take away.
It's important that people are here today so they can go back to their respective organisations within government and spread the good news of what the RSA means and Jara here. And we need them to champion our cause within their organisations and trickle that down to the operators and the people that weren't here today.